Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 9 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
Throwing, Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week, because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose number one task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Funchess has it complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
29. Hey, get in the weight room.
On 3rd down, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Brissett to throw on first. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Right there in the middle, 55. Check pass, 25.
Out of the gun, Brissett. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? It's caught by Funchess. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's Carson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. To throw on third down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. This a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Brissett sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They run it with Carson. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 22 carries, 69 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
These two teams all tied after one.
In your face.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson going for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 82 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, 55 to Mike. Here we go, G. Crash.
All that, and it only nets them a yard. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Carson, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
After the penalty, it's Penny. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett Funches with a catch over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
False start, offense.
They got Colton Miller that time, the 1st-round pick from 2018. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw again. That's complete. It's Collins. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Or the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. On 1st down, Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brissett. Open man is Switzer complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And he's got the hook up to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on second down. Brissett, and he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. As you see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here, it's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. 3rd and long, it's Wilson.
Third quarter.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Funchess has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. They'll run on first down. Mack, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mack off the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Single, slot.
From the 29, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Hey, pick your game up.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On the delay, here's Hines. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 29. Hey, check.
Brissett now. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Yeah, baby. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st down, Carson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he finds Penny. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Brissett. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Draw play. This is Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Oh, yeah!
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this
Colts come after it, and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score, and the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Penny, a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
51, Mike 51.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Come on.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football, incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Brissett sets to throw it, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Rashad Penny. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Hey. 4 down.
Now Scarborough. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Penny.
Wilson with the give to
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They run. This is Scarborough. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
a 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run on 1st down as they get about 3, 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Play action. Now Wilson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
To throw is Brissett, and this one's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw again. Brissett, and he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he's got his target. That's more. 23 yards, the final tally. From the red zone now, Brissett. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain on the play.
All day, baby, all day.
Complete to his tight end. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Into the air once more, it's Brissett. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Indy.